Click and Decide, the data hub for your company. This presentation will explain how to configure Click and Decide Business Application Intelligence to build a query from an SQL database, and create a report with break and graph, a cube with grid and graph. The Part 2 video will explain how to access those data through a web portal. This configuration can be replicated on any type of database. In this part, we will open the project created with Click and Decide Builder, and saved in a web portal shared folder. When we start our web portal, we found our project, My Project, in the shared folder, and inside, our queries, reports, and cubes. In the cubes folder, we open our sales cube and we can select our criteria, areas, and period. We decide to run our cube in HTML, and the cube is built by Click and Decide, and presented in the navigator. The cube can be manipulated, for example, expand the year and get the details by quarter, expand the quarter and get the detail by months, change the hierarchy by moving the sales name before the area or vice versa. The second tab shows the linked graph that present the data selected in the previous grid view. The second way to manipulate the cubes is to export directly the cube in an Excel pivot table. Select the Excel 2007 pivot table output format, and the Excel file is generated, with the data as a pivot table. We open the Excel file and enable the content. We can manipulate the data in Excel. In the report section, we have the sales report model. We can run it in PDF format with selected criteria. We get the result with, here, the three areas selected, in the graph and in the grid. If we need to schedule this report every month, automatically, we write in the date field, the word, last month, and for example, all areas, and save a task to be generated. We name it, select a directory to save the report. Give a name to the report, with a suffix linked to the period. We can also decide to send an alert, to receive the report automatically by email, RSS feed or publish it in an information or alert web part on the web portal. When saved, we can schedule it in a new scheduled task. If needed, several tasks can be added and executed one after each other. Several planning can be done, first of the month, first Saturday, weekly to match the exact need. For the demonstration, we run it now. We can check, on the task name, the status of the running task. We see that the task was done with success. After refreshing the menu in order to detect on the disk the new file, we can go to the directory where the report was written and open it. In the Queries branch, we found our query. If we just quickly run the query, a simple and professional format is applied to the results as shown. If we want to link our data in an Excel spreadsheet, we select the criteria the Excel user will be able to change in his Excel file, and we press the icon that will copy the web query in the clipboard. On a new Excel spreadsheet, import the data from the web, using the link in the clipboard, and follow the instructions. The result will be written in A5 and the two criteria in B2 and B3. When a change will be done in the criteria cells, the data will be refreshed automatically. When finished, we get the result in Excel, directly from the database. If we change the criteria, West, Q2 2011, the data are refreshed automatically. If we use our ClickView icon, Click and Decide will act as a data hub for ClickView. By preparing the script for ClickView, we run ClickView and we edit the script and paste the Click and Decide script from the clipboard. We save the ClickView document and we run the ClickView project. We get in ClickView the criteria questions from Click and Decide, the area that can be filled, and the period. ClickView is getting the data from Click and Decide web server, used as a secured open hub for all databases access. We can then work with the result and prepare a ClickView dashboard. Note that this part is accelerated slightly. If you reload the data, with all areas, the dashboard view is updated. The alternative to ClickView is the free Power Pivot Excel add-on, and we will show how we can work with it using the same request on all datas, no specific predefined criteria selected. Copy the Power Pivot link into the clipboard in Excel. Run the Power Pivot tab installed with the add-on into Excel 2010 or SharePoint. Using the Data Feed Connection option, paste the link prepared in the clipboard by Click&DECiDE. Excel Power Pivot is connecting through Click&DECiDE web portal, used as an secured open hub for all databases access, and is importing the data. When the data are in the Power Pivot table, we can add if needed other tables and create joins between them from several database source, using Click&DECiDE web portal open hub connection. We select a layout from all possible choice views that include charts and tables, in a new worksheet and select the elements that needed to be added in the grid, the chart and the criteria slicers. Note that this part is accelerated slightly. We can manipulate and select the data to be viewed in the grid and the graph from the slicers. All the data is automatically updated. About the web portal environment. The web portal is using the Windows Authentication Propagation link to the Active Directory groups for security access. Here is user Pierre, member of several groups. My security access is linked to the group users. All members of this group will have the same rights to access the data reserved for them. The web portal layout can be changed to match your company graphic chart, using an IIS theme design. Here we can view a blue Click&DECiDE theme. We can also change the language of the web interface, for example here in Russian. Back to English, we can also select the regional format for date and numbers to match the Excel date and numbers format used by each user. With Click&DECiDE, we can add some Home Pages tab, to allow a quick access to some reports. To create them, go to the selected wanted report, for example this month full report. Run it and copy the URL to the clipboard. In the web server configuration part, add a home page, give a name and paste the URL. This homepage tab is now available directly when you start the web portal, on your account. Thanks for watching our presentation. For more information, visit our website, www.clickandecide.com.